Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. On the screen today, you're going to be watching a COD 4 gameplay. But to follow up on yesterday's video, following up on my new career making videos as a nutritionist. No, I'm not really doing that. But I wanted to talk about the best vegetables. And if you haven't seen the best fruit video, it was yesterday's video. Link on the screen if you haven't seen it. But like I said, I want to talk about the best vegetables today, and if I didn't mention it already, these are just my opinions, and I'm not here to tell you what to eat and what not to eat, or claim that I know, everything about vegetables and food and stuff like that. It's just, I was legit, like yesterday, I was actually thinking about what the best fruit was, so I made a video on it, and then I wanted to kind of make a follow-up video on the vegetables, because obviously everyone talks about, oh, fruits and vegetables are, they're the best thing for you and they're healthy and blah, 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 and whatever. So this is the follow-up to that. So first vegetable we got up here is broccoli. And, obviously it's like I guess you could say it's a staple. Just, it's a really sick vegetable. Obviously you have the big broccoli, you have the small ones. And I don't know if it's just me, but, like when you get food at like the mall or whatever, and it's like I've never seen the opportunity, if you want to call it that. Like I've never seen you, like I don't know where you buy small broccoli, because like I don't know if I'm going to the wrong grocery store or what's going on, but every time I go to the grocery store I only see the big broccoli and I don't see the small ones. So I want to know where these people are getting the small broccoli from. But anyway, they are kind of, I guess you could say they're kind of messy when, like, the little, like, I don't know what you call them, like, I guess you could call them, like, leaves, like, you know what I'm talking about, like, the little green shit, like, when they fall off, I guess you could say it gets kind of messy. They taste, obviously, broccoli tastes hella good, and it's easy to cook, so, it's definitely, it's a nice, solid, like, vegetable. Then jumping into tomatoes, there are a variety of ways to buy a tomato. You could buy them like in the bag, or you could buy them in like the bunch, kind of like grapes, and they just have them sitting out there. They're the big tomatoes, and then they're like those like small cherry tomatoes. In terms of like messiness, if that's a word, it could get kind of messy if you're cutting like the big tomatoes, where if you're putting them on like a burger or something like that, or you're making whatever. So they could get kind of messy, but it's not messy if you're eating like the little like cherry tomatoes, and you eat them like grapes. It's just you get them in the little like plastic thing, and then you just wash them and you eat them. That's it. Simple as that. And then for me, like tomatoes, just I don't know. It's like I used to like tomatoes, but like now, like if I'm getting like a burger or food or something, it's like I'm not really a big fan of tomatoes. Jumping into lettuce, obviously this is it's a really versatile vegetable. You can use it on a bunch of stuff, and you can get it in the bag, or you could just get it like not in the bag. You could get it in like the big like ball, like what I'm talking about. It's like a ball of lettuce, or you could just get like the already like the pre-shredded one. So it's not like you got choices, is basically what I'm trying to say. And then it's kind of messy if you are eating like say you're eating a burger, like when you get a burger and the person like over fucking loads it with lettuce. And then you're like, yo, like the lettuce is gonna overpower like everything else. Because most of the time when you get a burger, you get lettuce, you get ketchup, you get mayo, some people get pickles, tomatoes, cheese, a whole bunch of stuff. And it's like, if it's overloaded with lettuce, then all you're gonna taste is fucking lettuce. So you kind of have to use it in moderation. It's kind of like salt. How on the salt on the box or on the bottle it says use sparingly. Exactly, you have to use lettuce sparingly, because if you overload it, all you're gonna taste is fucking lettuce. But in terms of another one, you could talk carrots. carrots are fucking sick. Oh, I forgot to say, if you're eating lettuce by itself, then like, you know, it's kind of like it doesn't really taste that good. But anyway, jumping into carrots again, you could get them in the bag, or you could just get them like not in the bag. So, you know, once again, choices. People love choices. So it's good that, you know, these items are arriving to the store or whatever, like, or, you know, maybe you're growing them, you know, maybe on your farmer shit. But yeah, you know, choices. Obviously they're the big carrots, and then they're like the small baby carrots. Obviously with the bigger carrots, it's more of like a preparation. Like you can't just go and eat the fucking carrot just like that. Well, I don't think you can, but like I haven't seen anybody do it. But anyway, it's like with the small baby carrots, you know, you can just wash them and you just eat them, just like grapes, just like cherry tomatoes, you know, just like stuff like that. But with the big carrots, like, you know, we have to, sometimes you have like dirt and shit on them and soil and shit, and then, you know, you have to go wash it, and then you cut it, and then, you know, you boil it or whatever. But carrots, you know, overall, it's a solid vegetable, and they taste good. Jumping into the last one here, corn. Now, corn is definitely it's kind of a touchy subject, if you want to call it that. Obviously, you know, it comes like, you could get like the corn like in the can, like, you know what I'm talking about. It comes with like the juice and shit, or you can get corn on the cob. Either way, I don't really see you going wrong. It's just, obviously, corn on the cob is more of like a natural kind of, like, you know what I mean. So like, if you're like one of those like hipster people, and, you know, like you buy corn on the cob, and then like some people, you know, they put it on the barbecue, or, you know, some people boil it, or, you know, whatever. It's kind of messy, if, you know, if you think about it. If you're eating corn on the cob, it's kind of messy. Because, you know, like the stringy shit gets stuck in your teeth, and then like when you bite into it, like there's juice and shit, and, you know, it's just, I prefer the one in the can, just because, you know, it's like you drain the juice out, and then you know, you put it on your plate, and, you know, that's it. But to me, like, corn is the same thing like tomatoes. You know, I used to like it, but now, you know, it's not really that good. But the thing about these vegetables, obviously, you know, there are a whole bunch, like there's avocado, or I'm not sure if that's a vegetable or not, but anyway, you know, there's a whole bunch of vegetables, like turnip and, you know, stuff like that. But these are just like, I guess you could call them like the most common ones, the staples in, you know, your dish or whatever you want to call it. But the thing I like about these is that they're all relatively easy to prepare. Because, I mean, you talk about broccoli, you know, all you have to do is boil them. Tomatoes, you don't really have to boil them. Lettuce is, you know, it's already there. Carrots, you could boil them. And then, you know, corn, if you're buying corn on the cob, then you just boil it, and that's it. But my favorite one out of these is probably going to be either carrots or broccoli, just because, I mean, it's probably going to be carrots, just because you don't really see people eating broccoli like just like that. You know, like when I was a kid, you know, my mom used to give me carrots like in my lunch, just so, you know, like to eat. It's like it wasn't like out of the ordinary. Like if you see somebody eating broccoli, like if you see somebody pull out a fucking tree of fucking broccoli, then you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. But I think in this one, carrots are the GOAT. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, you know, or as usual, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I hope you appreciate these two fruits and vegetable videos on my nutritionist shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.